everyone, so this is my daily winter makeup routine. A lot of people have asked for what I wear on a day-to-day basis, just during the winter time mainly. This is a bit dark for what I normally do during the summertime. Normally the summer I tend to use more brighter colours with my makeup rather than like all these neutral browns, and I wouldn't say it's greys, but black eyeliner and whatever. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. Before I get the tutorial started, I want to do a shout out. If you haven't realized, I have this really awesome, gorgeous introduction, and if you want an introduction too, you can get one as well. There's one person on YouTube. I will list his description, name, username thing in the information box below the video. So if you want an introduction for your channel as well, he'd be more than happy to make one, as long as you do a shout out for him. So if you want like a really professional introduction like mine is, he'd be more than happy to make one. So make sure you check him out if you want an introduction. And there's also, I wanted to do a shout out to this really talented person on YouTube. He does a lot of like theatrical interpretations of makeup, which I really appreciate, because I would have to say that I really enjoy doing the more extreme makeup looks rather than the day-to-day ones. His username will be in the information description bar, and same with Dave's. So if you wanted to get an introduction or check out the other person's tutorials, they are really informative and really good. So they're great quality videos, and I really appreciate talent. So yeah, so thanks again Dave for the introduction, and yeah, let's get started with the tutorial. Okay, so my daily makeup routine. The first thing I like to do is put something moisturizing on my lips, just because it's winter and my lips have been tending to dry out. So I'm putting some of this lip butter by Palmer's Cocoa Butter. I'm just going to apply some moisturizer. During the summertime I normally apply like a mixed moisturizer with a tinted moisturizer, so it's just like a slight bit of like a glow. Moisturizer I just applied. Now I'm just going to apply some of my MAC Prep and Prime Primer. Let's apply that all over my face. Okay. This just really helps to make the foundation go on a lot smoother. So once the primer has kind of settled in, you can feel that it's kind of dissolved into your skin. I'm going to apply some of my foundation. Now I'm using NC15 Studio Fix Fluid by MAC, and I like to pump mine on the back of my hand. That's more than enough, and what I do then is I just apply it in like little dobs around my face. Now this is a medium to full coverage foundation, just because I have a little bit of like redness and acne and stuff. I used to have worse acne. Now I'm just going to use my foundation brush just to blend it down, to blend it in, sorry, with downward strokes. In summer I tend to use an NW15 rather than NC. NC is like probably the lightest. In summer I like to use NW15 rather than NC. NW is that slightly bit darker, NC is a bit lighter, just because I'm really pale, and NC is actually the lightest colour MAC foundation. MAC don't really do many pale shade foundations, which they should do. Now you want to blend it on your ears as well a little bit, just so it looks less mask-like. Okay, so I don't really like to wear concealer every day, just because I think it's heavy and I feel like it clogs up my face a lot more. When I do use it, I tend to break it out like that week after. So that's why I try not to use as much concealer underneath, or like a colour corrector or something really heavy. I just like to keep it with the foundation. So as you can see, like I still have like a blemish there, but to be honest I just really don't care, so I'm just going to leave it. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is just apply some of my e.l.f. pressed powder, and this is in the colour Porcelain. I'm going to apply that just with a kabuki brush. Just to set my foundation because my skin tends to get oily. The thing I'm going to use is my Sigma F25 tapered brush, and I'm just going to do some blending with, it's kind of like a light bronzer. This is the e.l.f. bronzer in the colour Warm, and that's what it looks like. So it's got some like pink and lighter colours in there, and this colour here really tones it down. So I'm just going to take a fair amount on my brush and just do the fishy face, just to give my face a little bit of dimension on the side, because I'm very pale at this time of year. So see, just a little bit of contouring, it just gives my face that little bit more dimension. Now today I'm going to use my Australis Paparazzi Perfect blush, and it's a marbled blush, so I really think that this is really nice because it's not too heavy. Now I'm going to use the same brush and just mainly focus the powder on the end of the brush, as you can see, and just apply it backwards from the apples of my cheeks all the way to the temple, I guess, just to give my face a little bit of colour. I wouldn't say like I have under eye circles or anything, but it's only like if I'm really tired or dehydrated. But yeah, so I don't really use anything for under my eyes. I tend to put my blush on before I do any of my eye makeup. I don't know why, it's just the way I like it. Now I'm going to prime my eyes with my Australis primer, and I really like this primer actually. I'm just gonna blend that in with my finger. I really don't have time to keep touching up my foundation. I don't blot. Probably the only thing I do is I carry mineral foundation in my bag and just sometimes touch that up, but I never like redo my foundation. So, and that's after applying the primer. Now most of the time I just stay with neutral colours, just because I think they look good during the daytime and it's not kind of overdone. So okay, so all I did was I applied a little bit of this brown coloured eyeshadow just all over my eyelid, just to give it some dimension. Because it is winter time, I like to do my eye makeup just a slightly bit darker than what I normally would. Now I normally don't wear eyeliner underneath on a daily basis, so now I'm using my F15 Sigma flat definer with this brown colour there. I'm just going to apply that instead of an eyeliner, just because I think it's a bit softer than a black eyeliner. Now I'm going to use the same colour and just focus that on the outer corner. And now I'm going to take just a fluffy brush with the same colour and just blend that colour up a little bit above. I am doing my eye makeup a little bit darker than what I normally do, just because it's so cold and it's very winterish at the moment. And now I'm going to take a little bit of that neutral colour, that pale colour, and just apply that on the inner corner and up to my brow bone. Now most of the time I do prefer gel liner over liquid liner, but most of the time when I'm getting ready in the morning I'm in a rush and I prefer to use a liquid liner. So this one here is by the Face Shop. For what I remember it was like $20 something, and it's just on a fine applicator wand, and I do prefer the fine ones. So I'm just going to give myself a cat eye My cat liner after I have lined my upper waterline. There's something wrong with me this morning. I need to have a coffee. I need to caffeinate myself. Now for my brows, because my brows are incredibly thin and people ask me if I wax them off completely. No, I don't. I just have thin eyebrows. I've always had them. So this is my Benefit Instant Brow Pencil. Sometimes I do use a brow stencil if I want like that really defined brow look. But today, because it's just a day-to-day look, I'm just going to roughly draw them in with my pencil. Look at that. Eyebrow, no eyebrow. What a difference. Now I take the spoolie at the end and I just brush my brow hairs into place. Now for my mascara. I always tend to get mascara in my hair, and because my hair is so light, it's like really obvious that I've got like black in my hair. Everyone's like, oh, you got black stuff in your hair. It's mascara. Anyway, random little story. So now I'm just going to use my Revlon Grow Luscious Mascara. I just got this and I actually really like it. So tell me what you think about it. If you've used it before, do you like it? I really like these really thick applicator ones. Maybe not for underneath, but for on top, I think it's really good. So I'm just going to apply some mascara. So just very neutral. I guess this is pretty dark. I feel like my eyeshadows look a lot darker because my hair's so light and my skin's so pale. So this is Paris NYX lipstick. So it's just this really pretty pink colour. So now I'm going to take my bangs down, fringe, whatever. Just because I tie my fringe back when I'm doing my makeup. Poor my fringes. My bangs have gotten really long, but I've been trying to grow them out for a long time, so it's a good thing. So basically this is the end of my day-to-day makeup look. Yeah, so as you can see, because it is winter, I'd say this is like my winter routine, just because it is a paler foundation and the eyes are slightly darker and my lips are, I'd say like they're more pinky than normal, or I do tend to go for like the reds and things during the winter just because I think it looks very flattering with the pale skin. I am wearing, I'll just show you what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing this like pink flowy top that I put in a bow, and it's got black and pink kind of stripes. It's very thin. I've paired that with a little blazer, and the ends of the blazer have little stripes, and I thought that tied in well with the stripes. And my earrings are these huge, they're kind of like leaves. I don't know what you'd call them. They look like a leaf shape, and they're actually silver and white, which I thought tied in well with the white top and black stripy jet blazer. So yes, that's a little outfit of the day. Yeah, so that's it pretty much for my look. Yeah, well, I don't actually wear makeup every day. I'd say that this is like my day out look makeup, because I actually don't wear makeup every day. Most people are like, oh yeah you do. I really don't. When I go to the gym or I just have like uni, I don't really wear makeup just because I can't be bothered, and I prefer to sleep in than wake up early and do this, even though it only takes me about 5-10 minutes, but still I just prefer not to wear makeup sometimes and give my skin a break, especially during the winter. I really like to wear a lot more moisturiser in winter just to keep my skin moisturised, and in summer I prefer to use a gel moisturiser because it just feels a bit like less gluggy and a bit less thick on my face, but for winter I don't really mind. Yeah, so that's pretty much like all I have to say about the look. It's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, this video was requested, and yeah, anyway guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.